Alright, Colby, here we have you in comparison to old school and beardless Dallas Keuchel, even with the old Astros brick red unis. But his mechanics have changed quite a bit since then. He was a little more standard now. He separates his hands and they come back together. It's a little bit different. I wouldn't want to emulate that, but I try to find somebody with similar arm styles and arm slot. And he's pretty close to the same as you. So let's look a little bit together here, and we'll watch delivery. He's going to be over here. He's going to be a little bit ahead of you. There he goes. All right, and then here you go. I had you in slow-mo. He was in real time. All right, here we go. All right, we are on the mound. All right, so this is not flat ground. We are getting a little bit of slope, even though we have talked that there is minimal slope to be seen on that game mound, but it's all right. All right, so biggest thing here is we watch his delivery and we watch your delivery. All right, so watch him balance, foot step, and then right up to balance position. All right, talked to you a little bit about this before. Here you go off this side. That's okay, but your head moves a little bit, and you come center. Not a huge deal as long as you stay balanced. But the thing that's here is look at where you start on one side of the rubber, and you go all the way to the other side of the rubber. Generally, the rule is where your toe is where you want to put your foot and plant. And like I said, I really don't care whether you're on one side of the rubber or the other. You got to decide what kind of pitcher you are. If you really want to maximize your breaking ball, if that's the case, then be on the left side. If it's about creating that two-seamer and that changeup, then you need to be on the right side. But whatever it is, you want your foot not to have that much movement, because I think that really sets you off and causes some issues. All right, so here we are, balance. We'll go back. Okay, so where he's at, balance. He's over the head, that's fine. Big thing is he gets to a good balance position here, and that's what I want to see. All right at the apex. Okay, here you are, up to balance position. All right, a couple things that we have talked about. All right, biggest issue, look at where that leg is, and I'll show you in a second why that's important. But look at how up and down he is, okay? Let's look at it from here. Okay, so we'll see why that's important. As you break, if you go to the stretch and then you were even to throw over to first, it'd be a balk because you've crossed the rubber, but that's not the biggest deal. The biggest deal is what it does to your body as you break through. All right, look, you're still back here. All right, look at Dallas. He gets that 2.5. He gets a lot of lean back. It's okay, so do you. But look at where you're at here. Now look how far you've gone until your foot's gotten to that position. All right? We'll get to your hands in a second. But the biggest thing is, what have you done to get there? Your front foot is completely open. But more so than that, your hips are already open and spent. Look, your knee is pointed. Your hips are gone. You have lost a lot of power transfer. Where we create velocity and speed is being as closed with my hips as possible. Front foot's going to come open. That's okay. Keuchel right here, his hips are still closed. His front foot has now come open at strike. And look, he is still closed. All right, and he's about to now fire. As he fires, boom, that rotation happens, and he gets out in front. Look at you. All right, here we are. Get to the arm action in just a second. As you go, your hips are already cleared, already cleared. And you're going to see when you land, you're still a long way before you can get done. Look at the drag you have. Look at your action here. You got a long way to get on top. All right, there we go to get out in front. The biggest thing is once I landed here, I've got very little rotation to go. I'm not storing up that energy. I'm not creating tension out front. Look at where you're at. Look at that. Look at the amount of drag that you have before you release the ball. Look at him. Minimal. All right, showing his legs again. And the other thing too is, look at his back here and back there. You at release point are beneath it. Okay, beneath the ball. You're not creating downhill angle by pushing and staying on top. You're kind of collapsing down here, and you're getting underneath the ball. That's sometimes what happens when you get on underneath instead of creating downhill angle on top. Okay. Look at another thing. Big thing there we talked about is the hips. I think if you went a little bit more directional, or you were a little more vertical here, you would break down and hopefully be able to stay a little more closed a little bit longer instead of already opening up. All right. Another thing I see, when you break your hands here, the break's good, but look at where your hand drops. Look at what's up. Your thumb right now is up. When we teach that, we always want to teach right here, staying closed and thumb down. He's throwing a changeup just like you, but look at the difference. Thumbs down to get the hand up right here, okay? Look at how he gets that arm action. Down, boom, up. You, down, and then boom, I've got a pick, and there's a long way to go to get it up, and I never quite get on top of the baseball till about right there when I get there. All right? It's creating more action, putting more stress on your arm by creating down. So I would think, maybe think initially a little more vertical, break down, thumbs down, like I always teach my kids, cracking the egg so that I can get that arm swing to go in the slot, because you're going to follow where your thumb goes. For you, you're following back. I wish I had filmed you from behind. Could have seen a little bit better of that. The big thing is seeing arm action. So I would say maybe start a couple things we can work on. Stay a little more vertical. You can have a little bit. I mean, look at him. He's got a little bit of action here. A little bit. That's okay. He's closed. He's looking down his target, but he's not all the way over here. And then the other thing from there, look at, that's what we're talking about. You're starting to already get your hips, and the only way for you to land and be able to throw is to fire your hips open so you can get your foot out instead of being directionally closed with the hips, closed with the heel a little bit longer, and then get it out front. All right, so work on that. Work on the arm action, maybe creating a little bit cleaner action to really get those hands up a little bit so we can get more on top of the ball. And then another big thing is watch your follow through. As you follow through, you've lost so much power. Look at how little leg action you got. That's your max right there, okay? Watch Keuchel gets through. Look how high that leg got in comparison to you. He got a lot more power out of that backside. You barely even get your leg to your body. He is all the way through in creating that whole arc of pushing, driving through. Look how flat his body is. And look at where you are at your lowest right there. Not too bad, but you could get a little bit more leg power. You could definitely see where that could come from. So hopefully those are a couple things. We can do a couple drills. I think the balance position would be good because it's going to keep you going up. I think another one would be gather and go. We're gathering at the top and going downhill and then really working on arm action and staying closed. A good one for you also would be the hands behind the back and doing those power pops where I'm staying closed, and the pitcher pops where I'm staying closed and firing that lower half. And the goal of you is to stay as closed as possible in that lower half as possible. And that's going to really help you generate a little more power and create some directional angle as we work downhill by getting the arm speed and the hand up higher. So a couple things we can talk about, but this is a good look at that.